Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Let me introduce myself. I am Professor Smita Mangesh Junarkar. Today's topic that is a switch case program. So today we are going to see about different programs related to switch case. So these are the list of programs which we are using with the help of switch case. So first program we will see that is write a C program to print days of week name by using the switch case. So let's start with it. Now, switch case basically nothing but we are providing multiple choice to the user and through which it will execute only particular part whichever user wants to execute according to user requirement, according to user wish, particular case get executed. Now, over here, we have created the structure of C program. Then we have introduced one variable that is a V. So this is the initialization of variable. Then printf statement through which user will come to know they supposed to enter the numbers in between 1 to 7. Means total 7 cases we are creating over here. Of course, we are giving the choice to the user. Whichever case they want to execute, it will execute only that case. Scanf basically it is allowing to input particular weeks, and that week will store within the switch case. Whichever user will enter the number, that number will store within the case, particular switch. Now, after that, case 1, if user will enter within these variable number 1, so it will execute case 1, that is it will print Monday, and then with the help of break it will get terminated. Means it won't execute the rest of the cases, only it will execute this case, that is a case 1, that is it will print only Monday. So same way we have created total 7 cases. These are the remaining cases. Everywhere we are giving the break so that it will terminate that loop. If user will enter some other number, means rather than 1 to 7, if some other numbers get entered, so which statement you want to print? It's get mentioned within the default statement, that is invalid input, please enter week numbers between 1 to 7. So it will print that if user will enter some other number rather than 1 to 7. So this is a simple output. If we will enter number 1, it will print particular case only, and then with the help of break it will terminate that loop. Now we will move towards the next program related to switch case. Suppose I want to type or print whichever variables are vowels. Means just I want to print whether the enter character is vowel or not. So that's why we have created the switch case. So same procedure. CH is allowing user to enter the character to check out whether it's a vowel or not. Same variable we are storing within the switch case over here. Now within the case, either you can enter the numbers, either case will begin with the number, or it could be with the help of character also. But if you are using the character, so always remember character supposed to be within the single quotes. So like this way. So all the cases will print same statement. That's why I have used like this way. Or if you want, you can use the separate cases also. For example, I will just show you. Okay, case A, within the single quote we will mention colon sign, of course, and your printf statement. If you want separate cases, so you can use that. That is vowel. Complete the parenthesis of this and then the break. So like this way, go on putting the cases. That is total 5 cases will come A, E, I, O, U, which is representing the vowel. Otherwise, all the cases is executing same statement, so you can do like this way. Any one method we can use over here, either separate cases for A, E, I, O, U, that is a total 5 cases, or you can do like this way, because all the cases will execute same statement, so you can do like this. And final statement, that is default statement. So if user will enter some other character rather than vowel, so it will print this default statement, that is it's a consonant. So this is my moving further. This is a one more program with the help of switch case, that is allowing user to enter two different numbers and we are finding which number is a maximum number, that is the greatest number we are finding among two. This program already we did with the help of simple if condition, but now same program we are doing with the help of switch case. So two variables get introduced that get stored for input with the help of scanf. Now within the switch case we are storing the expression, that is number 1 greater than number 2. So what you want to return from this? Either true or false. So over here we are using case 0. So case 0, we want to print number 2. That is a number 2 is a maximum. That is a false condition. So first of all, we are printing within case 0 false statement. If number 1 is greater than number 2, we want to print the false statement, that is my number 2 is a maximum. Next case, that is if number 1 is a greater, so it will print number 1 within case 1. So over here my true statement and first, that is a case 0 false statement. Accordingly, we will get the answer. We have entered two different numbers and I am getting my answer. This is a with the help of switch case. Moving further, next program we want to check whether the number is even or odd. Allowing user to enter the number. Same number gets stored within my input, and then within the switch case my condition is there. If that number modules by 2, yani if that number get divided by 2 and if I'm getting my remainder 0, so of course that number is an even number. So case 0 will print my true statement, the number is a even. This loop will break over there, that is it will encounter over here. If it's not executing, means if that number is not even, so it will go for my false statement, that is that number is an odd number. Getting it? So accordingly it will get executed. So let's see the output. So we have entered over here number and this number is a even, means if you will divide number 6 by 2, so of course remainder will become the 0. So definitely this number is my even number. Moving further, one more program with the help of switch case where the entered number is positive or negative. Of course, one is true statement, another one is a false statement. So within the switch case, we have given the condition that is a number is greater than 0. Of course, if that number is a greater than 0, it means it's a positive number. So this gets stored within the case 1. This will terminate over here. If it won't get executed, means true statement is not there, means that number is a negative, then we want to execute this false part. So case 0 mein we have given the switch case one more time over here, that is that number is less than 0, so we want to execute it's a negative, or maybe that number could be 0 also. So that's why we have given two different cases over here. Means you can see over here two different switch we have used. One switch will execute my true part, that is a number is a positive, or second switch will execute either that number is a negative or 0. So over here we have given that cases. Ultimately, we are getting the such kind of output. So if we will enter number 23, the output will become 23 is a positive. If we are giving the minus 22, output become a negative 0, that is 0. So according to our requirement, we can go on using the switch as well as cases also. This is the explanation of finding the root of quadratic equation by using the switch case. Input coefficient of quadratic equation that stores it in some variable says A, B as well as C. So over here discrimination is given, that is a B multiplied by B. Next bracket, that is a 4 multiplied by A multiplied by C, and both will, whichever values we will get, it will minus that, that is a subtraction. So over here basically we are using the power function to find out the square of B. Compute the root based on the nature of discriminate. Switch the value of switch discriminate greater than 0. So the expression discriminate is greater than 0 can have two possible cases, either 0 or 1, that is a true as well as false. Positive भी हो सकता है, negative भी हो सकता है. So in case if it is a positive, okay, अगर case 1 है, apply this formula over here. So it will compute root 2. But let's assume it is a either 0 or negative, that is case 0. So there exit one more condition to check, that is a switch, that is a discriminant is less than 0. So inside the case 0, switch the expression this way, that is a switch discriminant less than 0. So for the above nested switch, there are two different possible values, two different cases, that is a 1 and 0, that is a 1 true and another one is a false, either positive or negative. So 1 means discriminant is negative, whereas case 0 means discriminant is a 0. And accordingly apply the compute the root for both inner cases. So this is actually coding for it. So these things we are computing within the coding. And of course, this is a mathematical formulas which we are using. So over here we have to use the maths function, because this function will provide me the square function. So that easily we can use. So these are my cases for negative as well as 0. And over here, this is my case 1 for computing the discriminant value positive. This is the output. That is, two district and real root existing these values. Moving further, creating the simple calculator, nothing but arithmetic operators we are executing with the help of switch case. Already in my previous YouTube channel, I have explained you how to perform the arithmetic operator by using the if condition. Those who wants to view that within the how basically we will execute this with the help of different types of control structure, you can view that my previous video, so you will get the idea. Now we will see with the help of switch case how basically we can perform the arithmetic operator, that is a simple calculator. So how many variables over here we require, you can introduce those variables. First variable will store within the switch case, and these are the variables who will perform the arithmetic operator, and of course result variable will store the answer. These statements will print as it is as an output. Scanf allowing user to enter the value. User will enter the particular operator with the help of this variable. This gets stored within the switch, and cases are over here. Now you can see over here we have used the operator. So cases can be declared with the numbers, or it could be with the help of alphabets. But of course, whenever you are using the alphabets, either uppercase or lowercase, you have to use the single quotes, or you can use the symbols. Of course, symbols also represented by single quotes. So here we have given that single quote. This is my process part, which things you want to execute, and final one is break. So like that way, different cases get used over here. That is all the arithmetic operators we have used: plus, minus, that is a addition, subtraction, multiplication, as well as division. If user will enter some another operator rather than this, it will go for my default state. And this is the, so these are my printf statement. It's printing as it is. These are the two different values entered by user. And of course, this is the operator sign which comes over here because of my statement. So over here we have used to print these operators. So that's why it's printing that operators also over here. Printf statement is there. Number 1, it will print the number 1, whichever number user will enter. After that, it will print that operator, and then it will print next number, and finally it is printing my result also. So accordingly, it's get printed, and this is my result. Thank you students for watching my videos. Don't forget to subscribe, like, as well as share. We will meet soon in the new video section. Thank you.